Hi Simmers, and welcome to the third part of the series where I try to turn Willow Creek into a medieval world. In the first two parts of this series, we build a semi-small church and a bunch of houses. And by a bunch of houses, I mean I cannot ever look at a house ever again, not even mine. But it's okay, it's good. I'm over it. Actually, this video marks something refreshing and new. Not only are we not building houses anymore, but we are also in a new neighborhood. We finished the Foundry Cove, which is going to be the peasant neighborhood, and we moved to Courtyard Lane. Courtyard Lane? Doesn't sound right, but I think it is. Anyway, it's the neighborhood where the pancakes live. And also, amazing! The lag is gone. If you watched my other videos, you know the screen was horrible to look at. I don't know why you watched them if you did, but it was horrible. And now it's gone. I actually fixed it. The only problem is that if you look in the far left corner on the upper side of the screen, the cursor is glitching for no reason. It wasn't there when I actually played the game. It's just on the recording. I have no idea why. I can't actually remove it, so yeah, I'm gonna have to deal with it. I am sorry, it's very distracting and I know, at least it's very distracting to me. I'm trying very hard not to, scrap everything. But yeah, here we are building a medieval library, or what wants to be a medieval library. Thing with it is, it does not look medieval at all, but it does look like a library, so that's a job half done. It at most looks like it was once an old building, which has since then been renovated, refurnished, and everything got changed. I don't know why. I was just trying to use only base game and Realm of Magic with no CC. That was the issue. That's why it doesn't look as old as it should. Because if I had used CC from the beginning and actually tried to make it look as medieval as possible, that wouldn't have been that big of an issue. But it is. And it's for nothing because even though I use no CC on the ground floor, when I move to the upper floor, I do use a bunch of CC stuff like some clutter and some desks. I don't know why I do the choices that I do. Anyway, when I thought about the library, I really wanted that open ceiling type of look because I wanted it to have a very fancy and grand vibe, which was achieved by this, at least in my opinion, especially because you can see that very big grand staircase wherever you are in the building, and it gives it an oomph. I really liked it, but that meant that I didn't really have that much room for bookcases on the upper floor. But it's okay because I managed to work around it by making the ground floor kind of like a maze full of bookcases and books, which gives it a very cozy vibe, very library-like. I really think I pulled that off in the end. But back to the issues about the lack of CC, which is funny considering I've got more CC than my PC can handle, is I did not use wallpaper that's CC. And to make it look more medieval and Tudor-like, I used columns. I would not recommend doing that, because even if you're on the ground floor, you will always have the columns kind of rise up to the sky and be there at all times and exceeding the level of the story you're on. It's a lot, and especially because I used it so much and I've got a lot of columns all around the house to give that Tudor-like style. It's just, it would be very hard to actually play in it and have it be enjoyable. But anyway, here at the entrance I'm trying to make a chit-chatty area for fancy people who come and, I don't know, exchange very intellectual opinions in the library and have very, I don't know, little smart conferences with very wise people and stuff like that. It's kind of stupid. But at the same time, I had a lot of bookcases. And you don't really need that many bookcases in The Sims, even though it looks nice. And I wanted people to be able to do something else too. I placed chess tables upstairs, but I wanted this to be more like a come, read, chit-chat, do research type of stuff. If it makes sense. It does make sense. I don't know. I also placed a bunch of skill items outside, some gardening boxes, and some easels. I think there's an easel inside. Yeah, there is for sure an easel inside too. But I placed an easel outside also. And I'm not sure I actually placed more of those, but I might have. Here I am placing a bunch of bookcases into the wall using move objects to make it look like the bookcases kind of sink into the wall and are part of the wall. Maybe like the wall is the actual bookcase. I achieved the look to an extent. But there's just so much I, for one, can do, the game can handle, and still have it be somewhat functional. I don't think every piece of furniture that I placed is going to be functional, but the most part, I think. You can see here that after I finally settled on a rug that did not look completely out of place, I put that shit everywhere. I did not stop. I put it here, I put it upstairs, I put it everywhere. But here I actually realized that the columns are placed on the rug, and I have a rug under my stone columns. And it does not look good. And I tried to replace the columns, I tried to move them, I tried to do a bunch of stuff. In the end, I removed some of the columns, if I remember correctly. And I also used another rug. I think I used this one because it's thinner than the first one. And it kind of fits better. I don't know why I wanted to have rugs everywhere, it's kind of dumb. But I did it. And there's no taking it back. But here you can see that my book maze vision is kind of becoming complete. There's walls full of bookcases, and I actually go ahead and place later some armchairs, and it's pretty cozy. I would like to visit this library, and I don't say that a lot about my builds. But yeah, here I did something that I thought was pretty smart as far as I go. I placed the bookcases using move objects. Why can't I say this? Anyway, I placed the bookcases using move objects in such a way that it looks like a double-faced bookcase. I really like it. I think it looks cute. And both of them are functional. So yeah, that's pretty cool. pat me on the back. And this is the point where I kind of got bored with the whole furnishing stuff, so I went ahead and landscaped a bunch. And I made like a little park in front of the library with benches and trees and statues and a bunch of skill building items and stuff like that. But I cut that out of the video because it was really getting very long and it was not that interesting, so I just skipped ahead to the first floor. The back of the library, however, looks pretty cute. I tried to make it seem like it's more part of the, I don't know, the background of the world instead of just something that I placed on the lot. So I grabbed a bunch of stuff from debug, and the reason I did not put that in the video is because 90% of it was just me looking through the hell that is the debug catalog and trying to find stuff that I like and mix it all together. And frankly, it's not that interesting, it just looks pretty, and you'll see that at the end. So the upstairs, because I did not have that much room for bookcases, even though it does have a bunch of bookcases as you can see, just has different little areas inside. And we have this chit-chatty chess table area full of clutter and stuff like that, just as you walk upstairs from the staircase, obviously, staircase. And there's some desk area with a bunch of chairs and desks and stuff like that, where maybe people go and write and read and just make themselves comfortable. You can see it here. I also placed a bunch of CC. Here is the CC in all its glory. I just did not find desks that would make sense otherwise, and that are from the game. And I just went to town with the whole CC because I really like CC, and it's a shame not to use it when I have so much and it's just waiting for me to put it in all my builds, especially the medieval builds, because I went CC shopping especially for this world building. And here is the third area of the higher floor with the artist stuff, where people go to paint, and they have those hand reference stuff that are sitting on a table near it, and it has those drawings on the wall to make it seem like people actually went there. And I tried to change the colors of the stairs for no particular reason. I don't know what I wanted to do. I think it's because even though they do blend in pretty well with the ground floor, they look pretty off from the high up floor. But in the end, I just get over it. And here I place a bunch of those Knights of the Octagon table items. I really liked the way they guard the library and look down onto the people and stuff like that. It looks kind of fantasy-like and magical, and it just gives it that nice vibe that I'm looking for. And for some reason I deleted all the CC clutter from the tables, and now I'm placing it again. I've got no idea why that happened and why I did that. I think it had a point. Maybe my game crashed? It's pretty possible, it happens a bunch. But here's the final product. Please enjoy the little tour of the building and the nice music. And if you're not bored enough by now, maybe check out the other videos that I did on this series, or maybe my mushroom house. See ya!